When it comes to carrying out their duties, priests of each religion or sector diverge significantly, impacting their communities in profound ways. Whether it's the rituals performed, the guidance offered, or the values emphasized, the way a priest conducts their duties can shape your spiritual journey in ways you may not even realize. Priests of each religion or sector differ in the way they carry out their duties. Christian priests. In Christianity, different types of clergy perform different roles within their denominations. 1. Catholic priests. They are the ordained clergy within the Roman Catholic Church under the Pope, who is also the head of the State of the Vatican. They lead worship services, administer sacraments, provide pastoral care, and teach Catholic faith. These priests do not marry and serve in various capacities. Parish priests, chaplains, educators, or even missionaries, etc. They dedicate their life to the propagation of Christian faith. Pope Francis heads the Roman Catholic Church. 2. Eastern Orthodox priests. They belong to the Eastern Orthodox Church under the Ecumenical Patriarch at Constantinople or Istanbul, Turkey. This Christian tradition has been followed since the separation of the Roman Empire as Western and Eastern Roman Empire. The priests, the clergy, and the faithful do not have their allegiance to the Pope. Though the Eastern Orthodox priests are celibate, married men can be ordained as priests. Bartholomew Thumwan is the current ecumenical patriarch at Constantinople. 3. Jacobite priests. The Jacobite Syrian Christian Church belonged to the Syriac Orthodox Church of Antioch and is part of the Oriental Orthodox Church. The Jacobite priest guides their faithful spiritually in the Syrian Christian traditions. They are celibate and may marry before they are ordained priests. Ignatius Afram II is the Patriarch of Antioch since 2014. He oversees his faithful from the Cathedral of St. George, Bab Tuma, Damascus, Syria. 4. Anglican Episcopal priests. They belong to the Church of England. These priests can be celibate or married. As per Anglican traditions, women can be priests, and about 30% of the serving clergy of the Church of England is women. Charles III, the British monarch, is the supreme governor of the Church of England. The King of England appoints archbishops, bishops, and deans of cathedrals on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justine Welby, is the most senior cleric of the Church of England. 5. Protestant ministers, Mamnor pastors. The pastors or ministers of Protestant ministry serve as spiritual leaders within their congregation, preaching sermons, etc. Depending on their denominations, they include ordained ministers, pastors, elders, deacons, and lay leaders, both men and women. 6. Lutheran pastors. They are called reverends. They serve their congregations similar to Catholic priests. They allow women to be pastors of their church, and the pastors do not need to be celibate. Since 2014, Bishop of Viborg Henrik Stubkier has been the president of the Lutheran World Federation. The Hindu priests. They are called pujari, purohit, pandit, etc. They conduct daily pujas at the temple and officiate ceremonies and rituals on special occasions and auspicious days. The Hindu pujari prepares his temple deity for darshan to all the faithful who visit the temple. The pujari also gives out prasadam to the visitors at his temple. Traditionally, Hindu priests come from the Brahmin caste, though any person who learns the scriptures and the rituals can become a Hindu priest. It may be noted that there is no defined hierarchy in Hinduism like in Christianity. The clergy in Islam. Interestingly, there are no defined priests in Islam. Every believer has a direct relationship with God without any intermediary. There is no hierarchy or clergy in Islam, and the Muslim religious leaders have no power to forgive people their sins. A few positions of religious leaders in Islam are: 1. Imam, a prayer leader who leads a Muslim congregation in prayers, especially the Friday congregational prayer. He may also serve them as their spiritual guide. 2. Mufti. He is an Islamic scholar who has the authority to provide legal opinions on matters of religious practices. They guide how to apply Islamic teachings to various aspects of life. 3. Sheikh. It's an honorific title for scholars, religious leaders, or elders within the Muslim community. He may know Islamic theology and jurisprudence and may serve the community as their spiritual guide, mentor, etc. 4. Imam Khatib. He leads the congregation in prayer and delivers sermons on Fridays, etc. Buddhist priests. The Buddhist priests are referred to as monks and nuns. They are responsible for studying, practicing, and preserving Buddhist teachings. They are distinct in their simplistic way of life and are dedicated to the practice of Dharma. They depend on the lay people for their living, clothing, and shelter, and in turn they serve them in conducting Buddhist ceremonies and rituals. They live in monasteries or nunneries and abide by Vinaya, their code of conduct. Clergy in Judaism. Though the Torah established the tribe of Levi as the priestly tribe, only the descendants of Aaron, the younger brother of Moses, could be actual priests in Judaism. In today's Israel, there are no active temples and the system of sacrifice is not prevalent. Still, the descendants of Aaron, known as the Kohen, retain certain privileges in the synagogues. It is important to note that Judaism has other religious leaders called rabbis, cantors, and scholars of Jewish theology. They serve as the community leaders, teachers, and spiritual guides of Jewish communities. The human beings were in awe of the wonder of creation. Above all, they feared death. Throughout the millennium, men looked up to their priests to bring them solace from the unknown, the divine, the godly.